Say, aseminya maya we ase obi anim nyansa. Yes, as me say opeso hu anyansafo a
asemsia.
Just wait for a troubled day. Troubled day, no. And now me assessing nipa the temperament, everything to know say when nipa how you are able to conduct and compose yourself under stress, under your friend is saying a stormy circumstances, you know, and they determine your character. What does we are refined, and that's how we are resilient, and that's how we are very intelligent. Troubled day, and as I remember when you know I come to bear, and I think say so we see a brandy in some me I feel so embarrassed. Say such a character is the one only as a general secretary for Nurses Association. It's very, very embarrassing because you see, especially looking at that situation, you know, Alaska, you need to behave in a certain. You may be one kasane, you may be some kind of your friend is an uncivilized person, be coming from somewhere.
Okay.
But once you are associated with an association, a reputable institution, you know, you must reflect that particular organization. They said they sit here, say nipa behu in some light. So we see interview na branch and grantee and you see ube who said he's very uncultured.
That's right.
Very uncivilized.
I don't know about that, you know.
Yes, coming from the annals of a certain gutter somewhere. I'm calling on the Nurses and Midwifery Association to say immediately this disgrace of a character should be sacked immediately.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Alaska, this is not the first time. Oh.
No, he should be sacked from there.
Oh, yeah. This is not the first time. Go back to Abrana, your friend saying nurses in the government echo back and forth. Your friend is saying salary hono, sana omodi two to go hono. Go back and listen to various interviews this gentleman granted. So you can't zoom in all nurses. And your nurses as and you're not as a person only sabi some kind of an entity how to speak.
Oh, that's when
yeah, Alaska, you see, and my catch is that communication is a big deal. And you'll be an etimikasa, you may have all the book knowledge, whatever, but you see, whenever you step out there, sometimes obitinche and I just say public communication and as for is easy. Your thought process, you know, must always be faster and quicker than your mouth. And just some no back can watch in a home. I who say, as some me back can and hetty among for sensibilities and hetty among for emotions. As some make an iron cray. So within a twinkle of a second, you should be able to do all these things in a flash. And son assembly PF. And it's sometimes can't say you can choke on the word. I won't can because your mind actually said no, so you have changed the word and as a form. As a very intelligent, this is what you do. Well, Alaska, me say go back and listen to, and I'll shock Obi, allow him to make those unprintable way. And especially when the minister in Enya, when no but to liken him to a farmer. Who said farmers are they blockheaded individuals? Said no, Second President Mahama proudly calls himself a farmer because right. He owns chains of wheat. Oh, baby. Otumfo, I'm told say he has cocoa farm and several other ways.
That's right.
There are prominent people who are farmers. And you see, you cannot.
Who did he?
Na we nyansa ni kura beka we bekom kura na ba bi ofri ba ye fe say cocoa for ne farmer for sika na ye hwe na o dey bedru ba bedru. So I think say you see some of these things, you know, so what we are all rise to a particular position sem bi wo ha wo kan e say the ekoso the attention ni nyina shifted from the rough versus the rich hospital near na ekoso no back to you because of certain ye fe say be nkura se kasa bia ko you see on air. You're very unfortunate. And again, Akando now holding a term no. Akando nyanya. And yesterday na me catch Ruby say Akando may shut down in any way, but I respect how he has so far been able to conduct himself. Now run a press conference no o he the composure, o he the demeanor, o he kwan afa so conducting ne ho a. Alaska, the man, even though onye obi abaka say he was plucked from the health corridors. But he has been able to at least what him conducting and if there has been somebody who has been very vocal about improving health infrastructure in this country, Akando ebia na manfo nyahu ye the reason why obey health minister say
ranking member
exactly ranking member our health committee and our parliament on and all that no enunti no and a president who say oh hey adwuma why in the past na won't even bypass no enkonkofo obia say wo de ne ba be say adwuma we than Akando no as a person enunti no kofa no buy and for me I think say nipa bia no ye perfect. But he has been able to do what is expected of him. And idea back my mom for both say yes, Oko Rich Hospital or no. Yeah, Okobo Rafa Baso. I'm not sure that is what happened. Alaska, very often. Did not say Nasi, I say there is a back and forth between Obi and Obi our hospital, and minister took us or call. And try and see.
No.
So for him, so between the car call, that is enough. Oko Drew Hono. Raf was there. In a cultural way, no obiba not trending sasa or chiawa. Alaska, there is no civilized person about one sa. And at that point, Ralph no nkunipa. Meboa. And I said at that time, no minister na ya brief no krana onim de for and answer the end for. So the mere fact that we could do how Ralph chia on to be kasa on yeso. And the very moment I chia no and go nim no dada. And now man for conclude say or one abaso.
Okay, you also Kyei.
I was also with me. Then I asked, why did you do this, gentleman? When I asked, most of you were there. I mean, the press, you were there. So you can attest to what I'm saying. You were there with me. When I asked him, the gentleman then stretched his hand, shaking me, and trying to whisper something into my ears. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, should I push the guy that don't whisper anything into my ears? Should I snub him? Should I shout at him? Even if that guy has been prosecuted and sentenced to life imprisonment, and he stretches his hand to shake me, as a minister, as a public officer, I have the duty to stretch and greet him. So let us not reduce the fact that I shook hands with him does not mean that I should stop any measure or any steps that the ministry or government will take to unravel the situation.
Why are you referring to this?
As I make Ramianti, so I can't ask him. So, and as I'm not Akando is in line with what I've been narrating throughout. So, that is how it is. But you see, my culture say your media and what sensationalism. Sir, your friend say emotional twist and some kind of unnecessary narration. You pass your page to a story, be so no, and then lead the conversation and also lead the media storm in this country. So very often people are interested in some sort of this twist narrative. Then as for them say, yeah, I don't know what the intent and the purposes are, because in a natural setting here, me say opa uno bintina kroba konso 40 years mon kasada. Se mo kwisia baby na se wo obi a wo ye mature na wo ye civilized. Se nipa no timinya courage a stretching a hand so chiawa. You must be some kind of a damn plot from somewhere to say something.
That's right.
Nipa no stretching in sasa or chiawa. You can, because in America and other places they have a way of exchanging pleasantries and then as a form. Places like Germany, so to because you be about this or question what be or now be sense and want to say quite be do attempt. But in African settings, near cultural way, no, that is how it is. Obichia no chian and sana or chiawa. Won't mean kase who show himself for and the minister on exchanging pleasantry. It doesn't necessarily mean say or endorse and also agree with what happened, because the gentleman has just moved into the scene just to be abreast with what has actually occasioned. Then as a forum, and from that day, we're taking steps. I all try to resolve this whole thing. So for me, I think that is in line, and this particular matter between Ralph and the Rich Hospital, Menon, yeah, discussing now. So I will not even waste time going there. But you see, my issue has to do with, you see, some of these things are Nippon Moody organizations and Nima. Sometimes whether so more have a certain narrow political allegiance to some individuals been so obi ba na o take I didn't ask or no personal beef because Akando and you be a mehu say wakasa ti obi ne politics na se for ye nyina mehu say wadidi obi atem da na se for no enti beef be na wona ne wo there na waye I obetimi I go on a Sempa FM akọ grant interview nsam na o kan nya de keto abrante ne say o ka kire obi say let an about until they must shikura and say as a professional you don't speak like this. Ebasa, you are exhibiting that kind of uncultured tendency. Sabi, uyobia, even though me doctor ni so a native doctor or a veterinary doctor or a doctor I am not casting a slur at anybody, but I want to know the kind of doctor or
native doctor. They are not all you do.
Or me sa doctor. They say omobu. Nti obi atimi sesa bi gumi nim ne doctor ne de oya but academic title doctor pa dia oh aguna ni mase because he's very unrefined, very uncultured, very uncivilized character to be making that particular pronouncement, and I was expecting said the ekosu nyina ko betimi anya carry to come up and apologize. And the farmers number Michael your friend say honorable Michael Tete na ye we aka kire omo say and Ghana ebia na we very ignorant on ba kire o say the backbone of Ghana's economy has for long, no? Yet the farming and agri sector. Until recently, the service sector overpassed the agri sector. The agri sector has always been the backbone from Kwame Nkrumah time. And yet to Chrome High, so when you're farmer, or mamma be a farmer, or papa be a farmer, and our farmer be sick near the show, you cannot easily be casting such verbal slur, such your friend saying insinuations as a obi a farmer. It doesn't make sense.
Right.
And obi was seeing there people assume say you are refined, no? Alaska, the last thing people expect from you is this kind of uncultured behavior. And my culture is not just this one. This gentleman, you can trace. I am angry talking about this because I'm not here. Go back and listen to his previous interviews. Brana nurses di omuni magu form no. Kasa hunu say ya na kasa boom 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 say ya. O kasa sebutimi say bi obi a say antitino say anya do sa na o kasa. So I am calling on nurses association say you see it's a very nice institution but Brantia no your general secretary no or a disgrace and they should do everything to get him out.
Meda say but they say impanyise wo ho abobi adosra de a e no sua preko.
So if you make money, look, let them say anything. It is the genuine thing I'm telling you. If you make money in Accra and you tell me we are going to farm, you are a fool. In Accra and you tell me we are going to farm, you are a fool.
Ahuto FM 92.3.
Ono so per president.
What is excellency?
Obi Ghana dey joke republic o.
Obi
also per president dey o mine na all persuade no. About 60% of the population are farmers.
That's right.
Na say who could make it this particular commenter.
So some boys say we archives.
Alaska me say emotional intelligence is very very important oh. Sometimes you must be very aware of your immediate circumstances. Because communication is not just about how you feel. Say it's about how we feel. And can some be Canada. I am comedy.
Oh, that's right.
Some be now me see the way I feel na sa na nka makasa. Ebianka kro wenke jatom. What I say?
Right.
But you don't just consider yourself. You look at people who are listening, environment, and where you find yourself.
So Jessica, now so
yes. So President Mahama has been in Accra since 1990 something.
That's right.
Onya Sikano, wako ne back to the village so kwakwa farming. So are you insulting him?
That's right.
So we are kasa ya nwene ho.
Otumfo mu nyina
yes.
It's obekwa na him fie say nana.
So that is how cheap politics has become in this country. So some of these things you'll find it.
And those you will be and some of them you are family. Alan got cancer.
Alaska the dome.
Are you a farmer?
I'm a farmer. At least, if not for anything at all, in the days where we were at school, what do you do? We had agreed.
I said radio ya moti say farming sika so kan ho bi.
I know make us yes you. I a farmer.
I major farmer cry. Now you was school crap on say at least. Yeah, you are big farm so your chance and see dog. I don't know whether in recent times I didn't work but those days it is there. Sometimes after classes.
Obviously so I have a doctor.
Who are bed over kokoye. And to me, this is quite unfortunate. Said the gentleman has to liken what is happening, to farmers. And you see, it's becoming more often that when people are peeved, that's a whoop some casting be a doma kumaswa. Omo share and can seven. Send also more can pay the doma kumasu. Then they liken it.
I said what bow to hold.
Yes, then they liken it, and it's unfortunate. Oh yes, I will not acquire say, oh good profession be enimtia. and I say you don't give respect to those people. And we are the same people I can say in Bebuno, where we have gotten to as a country. So man, farming is one of the things I was ahead here consider. And when you go to the outside countries, take it, most of the presidents are into farming one way or the other. Niger, Senegal president, Senegal president or a farmer. So me, this issue of where the gentleman is coming from, I don't know where he's coming from. Only Akando Nankasang, I'm to me meaning the pound.
Oh yeah. Sir, the contention has always been said on your doctor, on your nurse. So he's coming from outside the way.
Okay.
So I'm on phone. But I don't know quite my menu. So no,
accountant.
Ah,
no accountant.
No accountant.
No, the farmer.
Yeah, I'm a farmer.
Veterinary doctor.
I'm on to us.
I'm a trainer.
No, Montuaso. Montuaso.
Connection man. I don't know how to draw a bass. But every people they are crooks.
Oh, Shagai, that was trouble with here.
I'm a message. I'm going to country taxi. No way. I'm
about me a doctor.
Taxi doctor.
And no one of question. We were friends. Almost certificate.
Gtech. Obi kraso di abase alaji so yen hwe yen bisa o mo se enu so
e bia ko be ka pa
and Sasuban we more than a day is the same thing a Gtech for Mudio.
Right.
Now I was very angry because there be a mekasa me wonya professor man ko fan to ho wonya lawyer man ko fan to ho so but why is it always the case say the only time a Gtech this statement we ba bonten aya bra social media banter cause institutional to you be na wo ye because that is your core mandate just to ensure that people don't come into the system with this kind of fake certificate in as a form. But the only time they issue a statement is when Okatachi versus Rashid Tanko issue came up.
That's right.
When Ayaraga versus one media station came up. When your friend is saying Professor Ayensu versus Parliament issue came up. So as an institution now, what you want to thereby independent verification away on your own, just to ascertain the facts so far as obi your doctor and as on your doctor. You understand? Because always, Obi Kuraba radio so about granting interview now had the poverty of intellect and Nipano display now. That should give you a reason to go back and research and verify whether the person is indeed a doctor or not. Ebina make us so a native doctor or your friends say herbal doctor so then you need to verify because the way a Nipano Kasana, the way all conducting and will give you a reason to doubt an intellectual credentials or put out there. You understand? So some of these things we need to because Alaska. It must not be reactionary. Say, as a new see a man for a corner, why issue statement based on what? Why I would try to verify that. So NNC now we have the capacity to do that. And I've told you in Chroma say there are a lot of people with fake certificate. Yenu normal ku 4 pence on ba Chroma so mo ye omo child university. Do na no mo ye taxi driver said na me catch the way.
I invest in taxi.
Oh, massa.
Taxi drivers.
Do na say am na ni bia nyama. Ho na mo kwasa Kofi Wayo no ba Chroma be di amanfo say Kofi Wayo is the richest person. Oh, your interview radio so tie na. As a panyine na akura ya tama akura adwena hye ni team.
P3.
A panyine with P3 brain. Kekansem hunu sa.
Kofi Wayo right.
Yes, but they presented him as if said God will be a modern number, and the same people were brought in binum ministers in a didn't have certificate, and these people are still in the system. Then as a follow. So as an institution, may I respect to be a wasunya there. Now what me I go to there are young people who have struggle to attend this feast. Alaska, Eric Isache. Eric Yobo, Nache. When you're the PhD and
really?
Oh yeah. I was South Africa. You see, and the processes and the rigor process are far through in as for. So these individuals, you could see that the person has gone through. So person verifier, or bet me actual institution. Hana me ko e troko bi so mo. Say on back kind of ya chira. What I say. So Gtech and an institution, when in doubt to be our about obeying in the way, you have to. And for the reasons to do that, let me say always there are reasons, especially some crofio almost multi radio TV so that be in some more canon as a form. Oh, would see bebrea. Benya bibia. Now what tenacity now then I say would obino be was some penna Gtech aquadia eternity. And you know say Professor Ayensu air question papa no da no so the certificate you fake. And you must prove because when I allege you also prove so we any way. So I think say we need to be very careful, and when it comes to professorship name, me say doctoral way now. You see, there is no universal principle anywhere. Obia go through countries in the jurisdiction. Obia they are dying. No kind of winya with there. In America and other places, sometimes the processes and the way they go through no are a bit different from here. So there are no universally acceptable standard beer. And degree in as far can they award. Yeah. Even though you you are earning it, but university in giving it to you will tell you say we are awarding. Awarding means they can withdraw it anytime. Okay. You understand? So what question that your thesis in as for university award, and some of the professors will be associate professor. Our school be university for betting for another full professor we now. Oh yeah, they do it. My a friend of mine had the same situation in Ghana here now. So universities no corner we say omra about the man, but she waited for the university no go through no award there no at the right time and in Sakana there. So you see there are people more go through credibly no more year Juma out they merit that particular title. So when they are using it Alaska I don't know that is will be your first saying a politician all the business schedules na so for what you nya da ya shede mosuan dia anya ne PhD ni na so officer ya de ketwa so
Gtech baba say
you say your friend say on fan nkrata na so for bra yes but uko jempa you can verify and very often some of the thesis na among for the year for doctorate na so for them they are verifiable on the internet. Okay, and let me say yes say o match letter comma Dr. Baumia say, I don't so need in some way, any Baumia now, no doctor degree, why and I have read Baumia thesis or Troy.
But say, every subacassa, or no so or cassa.
No, per se, you see, and they are just following the drama in the space. Okay. And as a state institution, you know, you must always engender trust and confidence. What I say, me, I will have no reason to doubt about Baumia PhD. The guy has a PhD, and the thesis are available on online. You can go and read. School in as a form of the man, and if you have doubt, that is fine. You understand?
No, do
it. So, or send the certificate in Swafalo. Yeah, and I think that is on record. On this shake, I see
the certificate Bonsuami.
I'm saying, so she far crowd when you have a father certificate. Hey, Kroba say, yes, more. So, Alaska, I mean, even those things, quite, I'm not interested. But I think that Gtech as an institution, you know, to quit this unnecessary, useless drama. No, making sure, say. So almost say Juma, they must pursue it with integrity, honesty, and some sense of fairness. Emma Ghana for attach some seriousness. And there are some no bad people will take you serious. As a dear Kosi, and also by another social media rumor mill. Gtech can't some could be on the serious BM. Right. But this is an institution that is supposed to work and stand in for this country. Alaska, Mrs. Unima for Mukura fake certificate of Bunam Kroma. Nan said there was this online publication about a man for or Moton UCC fake certificate. Some people were buying 4,000 about some 5 years ago, 6,000, 5,000 thereabout. Some of these fake certificates are still in the system.
Me Kyei recently, NDC, yes, MMDC.
Yes.
I'm here for regional level, I'm the national. Yes,
won't mean the actually ma.
Edu national no.
Oh mama.
And yes, sensitive committee. And your regional. We shall not be so. Now say yes, you do more so. Yes, pressure MC to me.
Certificate in the fake, and they know. And
Alaska, and this is very for
me from where I sit. Alaska, man, from where I sit, you know, some of these things, you know, I know a lot about people using fake certificate around. I'm telling you, a lot of. I put emphasis on fake certificate. Right. You see, Gtech as an institution, you can take upon yourself, say, government, or be a government appointee, and also be a parliament, or be a state institution, you can call for their certificate and verify. Yeah. Because you have that mandate. Obi ana odwuma bi obi abekobia they ask you to bring your CV in as a
form. Wonim ne ntia na ebedu baby na NPP enya problem with the NDC. Kama na Professor Jena na be education minister no. One year, Madrid say, and on my certificate verification.
Yes.
And I think Alan, we are aware of this. Yeah, every district be a teacher. I don't go school. I buy na ba saying.
Na nya no ba na me say. Na omo de sa de no call police da he ba ka ni patre. So omo de fake certificate call police ya.